Hello everybody, here is a vintage GE F11T2 automatic window fan. This one is far from perfect. My electrically reversible model is definitely in better condition than this one. I bought this fan back in 2013 for 20 bucks off of Craigslist when that was still a thing and hadn't been overtaken by Marketplace in popularity. This fan is non-reversible. It has a thermostat on the left side and a speed selection switch on the right. I finally got around to giving this fan a full service today. I just oiled it, both of the fan bearings, and I also gave this fan some new varnish, simply because there was a slight buzzing noise. Now, that buzzing noise is definitely still there, but as long as you make sure to varnish your fans, generally they will take good care of you. And they won't fail. So, with that being said, we'll start this thing up on low. And while this fan doesn't look the best, this one is definitely a good runner. Now you probably noticed that the fan on the right is running slower than the fan on the left. I've always had issues with getting these fans to sync up. The only time they'll really sync up is on high. They will run generally at about the same speed. And that, I believe, is because these are actually 60-volt motors wired in series. These are single-speed motors, and there's a speed coil in the top. There's a little transformer that controls the speed of the fan. So we'll get an amp draw on this one. One of the interesting things about this fan here is that there is actually a remnant of a sticker saying that this was inspected. My reversible fan does not have that. This is not a fan that I would say by any means is uncommon, but these are a very, very nice fan. This is one of the later models in its run, and you can tell because the back plate on the GE motor was not colored in. If I remember correctly, that does mean it's a later model. If I remember correctly, the earlier models had the red backing on it. I'll turn around at the end and you'll get to see. So now we're going to put it on medium. Fan on the right is still playing catch up here. Definitely running a little bit more evenly now. Now I'll go ahead and throw it on high. Oh wait, need to get that kilowatt reading. 1.8 amps. Medium high. You can see here things are shaking now. One of the reasons I don't run this thing on high, the plates aren't in perfect balance. Well, you can see, definitely moving a lot of air now. and both fans are running about the same speed. So I'm going to quickly get that reading here. 2.2 amps. And there we go. Interestingly enough, the fan blade on the left spins faster, but the one on the right stops last. And there you go. Now we'll flip it around to the back and you can see those caps on the motors that I was talking about. You can also see where I've made slight gashes into the motors in order to service them. So you can see that is uncolored. So is that one. Now, if I remember correctly, okay. I thought I had one of the spare motor end caps around here somewhere. I think I do. I think it's in the garage. But regardless, this fan is definitely one of my favorites. I've had this one for so long. I just need to eventually get around to either degreasing this fan or fully restoring it. But if I were to do that, I would probably want to get a replacement handle for it too, and I'd also need to get new hooks welded on for this. And I have no idea how I would do that. Regardless, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video.